Hello the internet, it is Monday the 18th of January 2021 and welcome back to the channel. Now I've just spent an entire month surfing every single day and I've been using the GoPro Hero 9 with the max lens mod. So every single day I've been in the water for an hour while that battery lasts, 1 hour 18 to be exact. 2.7K, 60, press start record. Get in the water, surf, get about 1 hour 18. I'm making a video here right now just to show you, I guess, what to expect if you choose to use your GoPro for surfing with the max lens mod for an entire month of continual use. This is just a little heads up video, I suppose. I guess the first thing I want to mention is it's rad. I've got two of them. Awesome. Really, really rad. The footage is insane. It's incredible. The max lens mod. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. In fact, the first video I've got here, let me bring up here. Oh, by the way, if you want to get your image, see this beautiful image of these ducks? This is actually one of my images, but if you want to get your image there's a link in my Discord. The link to the Discord is in the About section. If you want to get your own image up there, go ahead and do that. Let me bring up QuickTime Player here. So yeah, I've got a few videos prepared here for you. This one here is talking about the beautiful horizontal leveling. Now, horizontal is not a word, but I choose to use it. Take a look at this. I've got my board mount camera and I've got the mouth mount camera, the ones in my hand, this one that I'm shaking. Now, the board mount is on an Angel, right? Look at the Angel it's on, yet the Vision is 100% horizontal. It's incredible. I can turn this board around. Check this out. Watch the board. Cut to the board camera. That's amazing, right? That's amazing. Isn't that unique? Isn't that something pretty rad? Now what that does gives you level footage. So you get on a wave and you're surfing and the wave's big and steep, well, you always know how big and steep it is because you can judge by the horizontal level of the horizon. I think that's amazing. I think that's an incredible thing. Now, this isn't new to GoPros. You could get that on the Max, the GoPro Max, the 360 camera, but having it here on a relatively small camera, incredible, incredible. Of course, you need to use the max lens mod to have that effect. Quick side note here. After 30 days of use, I don't know why one of my max lens mod is all corroded like it is. Look at the sides of it there versus this one, completely fine. These are both literally bought at the same time and they've been in the water all the same, but this one here, a lot of the paint's coming off it. I don't understand why. My process is every time I go surfing, I'm using the backdoor floaty. It's a little cumbersome, not gonna lie, a little cumbersome. You've got to slide this sucker in here. It doesn't feel good doing it. It's a little bit, you feel like you're doing something wrong by forcing that in there, but once it's in like this, everything sits snug. Then of course you've got this drama of trying to get these stupid little legs open. The first one is kind of relatively easy to get. You can slide your finger in and get it in there, but then you've got to get the one that's on this side. What I find, use the thumb screw, and stick it in and lift it up, and then you can level it out and like that, and then you can go ahead and add your bite mount if you've got one, if you're using a bite mount like I do, or if you're just using a board mount, that's when you start screwing it in to the board like that. Blah, 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 blah. The problem with that, of course, is when you come back from your surf, you've literally got to unscrew this, take that out, flatten these down, and this is the way I do it. You might do it slightly different. I grab my thumb pretty much right in the top corner, so the max lens mod's, let's just say top left. So I put my thumb top left and I just push. It doesn't feel good. I do it over the sink because there's water in the sink, and I push, and when it gets out to a point like that, I grab the other side from this side and then I just jimmy it out, and it doesn't feel like it. This feels wrong, but that's the way to do it. Pull it out. Make certain you haven't inadvertently opened up the latch here for the SD card and whatnot. You don't want that to be open, then put it in the water, because bam, if I said I do this over the sink, I'll tell you why I do that over the sink. make sure that doesn't open. The reason I do this over the sink and I have a tap running is because I've noticed that after 30 days of use, there's something funky happening with the stupid little wings here, the connectors. They're very, very stiff. Look at that. It's got all white corrosion. It's like salt water in there that's corroded against there. It's also corroded against the bottom of the actual GoPro. You can see it here again on this one. All this white corrosion. Now, my gut feeling here is that, I've said this before, I don't think GoPros are meant for salt water. I know that sounds ridiculous because they're literally a surfing camera. That's how they were designed. But here it is. 30 days of use, and I literally clean these every single time. I'm running it underwater. The reason I've got the tap running is I pull those legs out and I make sure the water gets in there. There's literally tap water blasting into that on both sides. Then I close them and I give it a good dry, and after 30 days of using that, you can see this one here, I feel like this one's going to end up not opening at all at some point. It feels like it's going to stay stuck. So as sad as it is, I don't think they're designed very well for saltwater usage. If you happen to be surfing in freshwater, maybe you're in the Great Lakes or somewhere, you're probably in a better position than the rest of us if you're going to use a GoPro every day. Now, I do have a second video addressing, well, this one's a little bit perplexing. I'll just let the video do the talking, but
this could be specific to the Max Lens mod. I cannot for the life of me work out how to not get water droplets on the lens. So right now we haven't actually hit the water yet. So as soon as I get in the water with both of these cameras, I'm not going to do anything to I'm not going to lick them, I'm not going to do a thing, and you just see how bad the beading water droplets is on.
Note how clear it is right there. So that's obviously a dry lens, nicely polished and clean. Look how clean it is. Now this is where, again, maybe not well designed for salt water.
Max Lens mod, it's ridiculous.
What do you see? Instantly you see beading water, right? You see it all over the place. Bam, 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 bam. And the way that the horizontal horizon leveling works is that the camera is doing a lot of shifting on its inside. So because everything's in focus on a GoPro, even the beaded water droplets on the front are in focus and you see the camera shifting underneath it. It's a little disorientating. That's just literally just the paddle out. I've just got into the water, so as you can see. I'm just letting this run because this is a regular paddle out, right? Arguably a short one. You would think a duck dive would clear it. Bam. It's almost like the water is somehow attracted to the lens, to the glass. I've shot with like GoPro's Heroes 4, 5, 7. I missed the 6 and I missed the 8. I've shot with all those and I've never had this kind of beading issue ever. Like, you know, you lick them, right? I'm licking. I've been out there surfing where I've licked every single wave. I've licked, dunked it, licked, dunked it, licked, dunked it. It just makes no difference. I don't know what they're making these Max Lens mod glass out of, but hell, the water loves it. The salt water loves it. I guess you get the picture there, right? You get the picture. I have a third video. I have a few other videos here.
Horizon leveling can be really rad if you want to get like B-roll of yourself.
This is a little hot tip, simply because So if you're filming with a bite mount, whether it be the Hero 9 or not, if you're using a bite mount, I find and if you're vlogging, only if you're a vlogger, but if you're filming with a bite mount, the moment you grab that and start vlogging with it, hello the internet, and start chit-chatting, what you got to do in post is you've got to turn that around, right? You got to flip that in post. You got to turn the footage back up the other way. The beautiful thing with the Max Lens mod is, obviously it does that for you, and that's what I'm illustrating here in this video.
So what do I mean? Well, if I put this camera into the water, kind of like this, if I just hold it like this and put it into the water, well, that's automatically going to be horizon leveling, and it's going to show me sitting on my board. So what I found is, if I use that hand and paddle,
that's an interesting effect.
Really cool effect where you're essentially paddling yourself. Hang on a second. Here's a wave. Here's a wave. Let's get this wave.
There's some horizon leveling in there for you as well. Yeah, that is actually a really, really cool feature of the horizon leveling, because you're always upright and you can just, I've dropped the GoPro into the water. Either I'm fixing my leash or taking a slash or adjusting my weddy or something, and I've just gone and thrown the GoPro, 5 or 6 feet in front of me, and it's bobbing in the water and it's pointing at me, and even that comes back as footage, because as long as it's facing you, you're level. It's really strange. It's a real it's almost cheating, right? It's almost cheating. This next video I've got here,
the only place I can find that horizon leveling does.
This is examining or illustrating how horizon leveling doesn't work in the water sometimes, and it seems to be only when you duck dive that you really hit this issue. Check this.
Perform very well is duck diving. You get this weird, it's like you duck dive, and the moment you get kind of halfway down, the GoPro sketches out and thinks the horizon's the sea level, the seabed, and it flips it there. It doesn't do it every time though, so it's kind of hit and miss, which sometimes ruins a great shot. Like if you're shooting, if you're shooting like 60 frames, you want to slow down to 30, deliver in 30, you got nice slow motion of a duck dive, big white water over your head, the pummels of beautiful white coming into the water, and then all of a sudden the lens flips. Well, you're kind of stuck. You can't use the shot. So that's the only time it doesn't really work.
Here comes an example. So that little shimmy there, left and right, left and right.
Like there, see? That shot would be ruined. That duck dive shot, ruined.
Another one ruined, right? But the thing is, I guess you don't really want to be doing too many duck dive shots in your footage. You don't want to be going overboard with that. So, just a worthy note, like 1 or 2 duck dives in footage looks rad, and if it's a real clear day, like today was a beautifully clear day, managed to get some nice underwater shots. But if you want to faff around with it and flip it back in post, you probably could, but it's just something to note. Now, I do have another video here which illustrates another issue.
Nice to be able to sit here and just point the camera and know that everything's level, though. That's incredible.
Very, very cool.
I mean, this being a nice level shot, isn't that sick? Like, I'm not even doing anything. I'm just sitting here.
Sorry, that's not an issue. This is a positive, right?
Work. And I could tilt my head all the board, and it always stays level.
It's really incredible. Really, really incredible. Really incredible. What have I got here? Another one.
While we look, see, look, all
look
of
at
a sudden, hello water beads. Check this out. Like,
look at the water beading.
All of a sudden here. Right, I don't understand that. That's never happened before, and if I dunk it, it's still there. So what do I got to do? I got to lick this now? That's not been licked. Am I gonna lick this GoPro? Come here, GP. I'll lick you.
And we all know that footage of the licking of the GoPro, right? That was a bad pause. It's a bit of a shame that that's the case. I do have an interesting onshore issue. Once I've come back from a surf, check this out. Just come back from a surf. I know I don't want to keep any of the footage, so I turn it on. I'm going to format the card, right? So I'm going to go and format this card. I'll show you here. Swipe to unlock, tap to unlock, tap to unlock. It's a little, this isn't what I was going to show you, but sometimes it's a little bit, well, super clunky. Okay, screen unlocked. Sometimes it's a little funky to even get to there. So we want to go and, sorry, I don't want to do that. We want to go and format the card, so put it back on video. So we'll go swipe down, swipe across. It should be noted that the back of the screen, the back screen, doesn't really respond well if there's any salt water around. Again, maybe not the best if you're going surfing. I just keep coming back to that point that I just feel like these things aren't really well designed for surfing, or they're doing the best that they can given the conditions. That's not what I wanted to do. Thank you, GoPro. I'll just collect that. Okay, so we want to swipe across here. Preferences. I want to scroll all the way down to reset, the bottom one. And we want to format SD card, the top one. So here we go. Format card, formatting. Check this out. Formatting. Now it's formatted. So now we can go back to the home menu, go back all the way out, back out there. And now, if you turn the front of the camera around, what do you see? You see 2 files on there. I thought it formatted it. What the hell, GoPro? Why does it say 2 there? What is with 2? I don't know. The only remedy I found for that is to power down, powering off, and the old reset by taking the battery out. Yep. Battery comes out, battery goes back in, GoPro door gets closed, which is a little cumbersome in itself. Turn it back on. On the front here when it loads up, 0. I mean, it's just a little glitch, right? It's a little thing that's confusing to the layman. That's GoPro as a nutshell, though. I mean, there's a lot of things like that. And I'd like to let you know that I'm also suffering from when you've connected the cable and you've loaded up GoPro Quick and you start to import files, it just says initializing import. It never changes. In fact, I've never seen that do anything else except say initializing import. Of course, it is importing. It's putting them into the folder that you've selected. It just doesn't tell you that. And so, I mean, the way I shoot is I press record and go out surfing, and I surf for 1 hour and 18, and by then the battery completely depletes. So when I've come back, I've got an SD card 70% full, shooting 2.7K 60. Dump all those files. It takes about 30 minutes to dump them across, and you don't know what's happening because it just says initializing import. So GoPro, very interesting, very interesting that they never really fix that, because that's been that way for a long time. That's not specific to the Hero 9. But folks, if you have found this video interesting or engaging or educational, don't forget to smash the like button. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you're interested in this kind of content. I'm out there surfing a lot. Also, Jack Daniels reviews, live IRL streams, all kinds of cool stuff on the channel. If you subscribe, you'll find out, you'll know, you'll get all the notifications, and you'll see me when I'm going live. Just bought a solo shot as well. I'm going to do some solo shot 3. I'm going to do maybe some live streams from that. It's got an RTMP function, which I could maybe send that signal out and do a live stream. If you thought GoPros were clunky, the solo shot 3, we're entering into a new territory. Well, folks, while I go and work out how bad that territory is going to be, this isn't a live stream. You guys can go back to the live stream. No, I'll see you all on the next upload.